I didn't want to live this way anymore. I didn't want to deal with the addictions anymore. I didn't want to deal with the family shame. I didn't want to deal with my life. I just thought it was the easiest thing to do would be to end it. Looking back on it, I realized that some of the mental health and the addictions issues started popping up when I was in that 12 to 13-year-old age range. I vividly remember the first day of school. The friends that I thought were my friends dumped me because I was just so different than everyone else. I was so weird in their eyes. The kids that did start talking to me and did start accepting me were the kids that it was known they smoked pot, they drank. Smoking weed and drinking on weekends became a really normal thing to do starting in 7th grade. I definitely lost out on a childhood. I mean, I went so deeply into the addictions. I definitely lost out on time with family. Every time I relapse, it would be that much more devastating, that much more of, oh my gosh, I'm such a failure, I can't believe I can't get this together, and it just escalated from there. I became suicidal. More suicide attempts than I would ever like to wish on anybody, but I just kept thinking that was the answer. And thankfully, God pulled me through. I ended up going through court and had a short stay on the 5th floor at Mercy Hospital. I got into a lot of legal trouble to pay for the addictions, and I was put in jail. I was sitting in jail one night knowing that I was going to be sentenced to prison. I was laying in my bunk in jail, in the Rock County Jail. I started crying, and I cried out to Jesus, and I said, you know, if you're there and if you're real, I need your help. You know, things can't get any worse. I mean, I'm on my way to prison, and I don't know what to do. I have no control over my life. I have no control over these addictions, and I don't have any hope that I'm ever going to make it. So I'm relinquishing all control, and I said, Jesus, please help me. And please help me get through this, and please be with me. And it was, excuse me, it was the coolest thing ever, and I've never felt such an amazing sense of relief and of peace as soon as I cried out to him, but I knew that things were going to be okay from that point on. I just felt it. I had a confidence that I never had before. When it was time for me to be released, I came right to Gifts as a guest in January of 2021, and I just, in my mind, thought, you know, people are thinking there's that guy who just can't get his life together. Look at him, here he is again. But it wasn't like that at all. It was just really, really a safe, comfortable, comforting environment. When I look back on it, I went through treatment 17 times, and nothing really seemed to stick. But Gifts was different. They looked at me with the love of Christ and looked at me through the eyes of just love and acceptance and support. While I was here as a guest, I went back to school for substance use disorder counseling. Long story short, now I am the shelter director for the place that I was once living at as a guest. It's a pretty cool feeling to be able to say, I know exactly what you mean, I know exactly what you're saying, because I've been there too, and I know what you're going through, I know what it feels like, and I can guide you in the right direction because I've been through it myself. Going through the Gifts program has changed my life because it's supported my search for my faith for Jesus, which has ultimately turned my entire life around. And now I have hope because of that experience.